Indonesia tanah air beta, pusaka abadi nan jaya. Indonesia sejak dulu kala tetap dipuja-puja bangsa. Did you ever imagine what it would be like if Indonesia had no culture at all? No local languages, no traditional dances, and no sacred ceremonial. Life will feel empty, right? Because without the culture, a nation loses its color and identity. Well, everyone, in this occasion, I'd like to explain about some ironic things that happened in our country recently. Those are about tradition and culture. So, what is tradition and what is culture? Those two words have similar meaning, but what exactly do they mean? Tradition can be defined as practices, habits, or rituals that are passed down from generation to generation. Meanwhile, culture is a broader concept. It is the whole way of life shared by a group of people. It includes language, art, belief, foods, customs, and values that shape how people live and interact with each other. Which means tradition and culture, they must work together and support each other. Culture gives identity and shapes how people live and interact with each other, right? And when we talk about culture in Indonesia, the richness is truly beyond imagination. The truth is, Indonesia is super rich in culture. From Sabang to Merauke, we have different languages, dances, musics, and values like tolerance and respect. These are things that make us special and no other country has them the way we do. In fact, many people abroad are very interested in Indonesian culture. For example, batik exhibition in Europe, gamelan performance in America, and angklung classes in Japan. Can you imagine that? Guys, did you know that our culture has already attracted global attention? But here comes the biggest question. How long will we stay silent? And should we wait until they claim and take our culture as their own? I don't think so. Well, everyone, here comes the problem. Our culture doesn't always get the spotlight it deserves. In 2024 study by Ardiansyah from Indonesian Education University found that more than 50% of Indonesian teenagers prefer foreign culture over local culture. That's why many young people today know more about K-pop, anime, and other foreign culture than our own culture. In fact, according to Spotify, Indonesia has the largest number of BTS fans in the world. At the same time, UNESCO has recognized 16 our tradition, like wayang, batik, and angklung as the world cultural heritage. Everyone, Indonesia is not only famous with that, but also Indonesia is famous with our friendliness too. Like, we are easy to say hello, excuse me, and many more. Let's see for now. This treasure often gets less attention in our daily life. So, how can we say about this phenomenon? It's truly ironic. Honestly, this is quite worrying. If our young generation grows up loving foreign culture over than their own, then who will protect and continue our tradition? We can appreciate global culture, of course, but it should not make us forget our roots, right? Because once our culture is ignored, it becomes easier to be forgotten. And once it is forgotten, it might be lost forever. So, how can we face this challenge? My friends, I believe the solution is start with small things but meaningful actions. We don't always need something grand. Sometimes the simplest thing carry the deepest impacts. One of the most beautiful part of Indonesian culture is our hospitality. Our identity as a nation that is warm and welcoming. This spirit can be seen in our everyday life by saying sorry when we make mistakes, please when we ask for help, and thank you when we receive kindness. These three words not just a manner, they are a reflection of who we are as Indonesians: humble, respectful, and caring. Besides showing our hospitality, we also need to cultivate our tradition directly. By practicing traditional dances, learning and using local languages, preserving traditional musics, and even participating in cultural ceremonies or festivals. This action will make our culture alive in daily life, not just history in books. Schools can hold competitions, communities can organize cultural events, and young people can share our culture through their social medias in creative ways. By doing that, our culture is not only preserved, but also it continuously through practice, develops, and passed on to the next generations. And when this effort of cultivating tradition combined with our culture of friendliness and modern creativity, of course, I believe Indonesia's heritage will not only survive, but also flourish. It will not be something that fades into history, but something that continues to live, breathe, and inspire. Through this spirit, Indonesia will shine, not just for its art and tradition, but also from the warmth for its people that the world will never forget. So guys, keeping up our tradition is not only about lists, but it also needs an actions. Well everyone, that's all from me. Thank you for listening, and let's keep our culture shining. Not just only here at home, but on the world stage too. I'm Nofal Ardiansyah from Vocational Pgri Kediri. See you in the next time, and ciao.